People say that viruses and bacteria are dangerous. The most dangerous virus is humans. There is no other bacteria more dangerous than this. Thousands of viruses and bacteria die in the hands of humans every day. Millions of them. It is our immunity system. Otherwise, the day the pandemic spreads, humans will die. Allah has put such a system in us that when viruses and bacteria die, humans get sick sometimes. Otherwise, they die in the hands of humans every day. The system opposes it and kills them. Look at the flour. It is made of meat. If you add meat, it also gets digested. If you add vegetables, they also get digested. We have such a system of tajab. Everything gets digested. Everything. Allah has managed it so well. Just look at the heart. The heart is beating 100,000 times a day. 100,000 times a day without any battery. And not only is the heart beating, it is pumping 10,000 liters of blood in the whole body. No UPS can work on this. Not a single person's heart can be operated. Look at the cost of a ventilator. It costs 1-1.5 lakh rupees a day. A person does not live in it. They are only operating the heart. He has died medically. And the length of the veins in the body is so long that if a person's veins are joined, it can take 2.5 circles of the earth. Yes. It is 100,000 kilometers. It is 100,000 kilometers. If my veins are joined like this, it is 40,000 circumferences of the earth. If you walk from here to here and come back after a full circle, it is 40,000 kilometers. 2.5 circles will be cut to join a person's veins. And all this blood goes into the veins. And these are just veins. The blood that goes into the veins, it then reaches the cells of our body. And the number of cells is not in lakhs. It is not in crores. It is not in billions. 100 trillion cells are present in every person. 1 trillion is equal to 1,000 Arabs. And I have already told you what is Arab. Kidney is a dangerous city. If there are 1,000 Arabs, it becomes 1 trillion. So, 100 trillion cells are present in every person. In each person, oxygen goes into them. It has a division. And if the reproduction of these veins is disturbed, it becomes cancer. Sir, a person's 100 trillion cells can control him to work properly. The whole world can keep a person's veins in account. So who has kept this in account? Allah. Allah has kept 100 trillion cells. And scientists say that this is such a big figure that if there are 30 countries like England. How many? 30 countries are like England. And 30 out of 30 are only trees. The number of leaves of those trees are 100 trillion cells, which Allah has put in one person. And sir, don't think that these cells are playing any Eid. Every cell has a power system. If you have to make a cell, it has all the systems required for New York City. Yes. I am not talking about life. No one can put life in it. The systems that are in it. All of them. And this is a talk of one person. One person. And this is only a talk of cells. It is not being told how those cells decide which cells have to form eyes and which have to form kidneys. These cells are the same. Who decides in a mother's womb that this piece of meat has to undergo a big scene? That these many cells have to form a kidney? And sir, the kidney has to be made in its function. Not just the kidney. It has to form the heart. And scientists say that the eyes are out of time. It has a mirror inside. There is nothing in the meat that can make a mirror. The mirror can be made. And it doesn't just form, it has a structure. If I say in the eyes, I need an hour to think about what the eyes have made. Then there are the lungs, the kidneys, the liver. If you consider the things of each person, it is a miracle. These people themselves. Allah says, soon, in the heavens and on earth, and in your lives, you will show such signs that you will scream that Allah is the truth. Sir, there is so much data in one seed that all the books in human history have been written. This seed itself is a great miracle of Allah. If you plant one seed in the ground, it becomes a 6 billion times bigger tree. And you know how much is a billion? 6 billion times bigger than that one seed. And you can see this seed, all the creatures of the earth and the sky cannot make a seed together. It cannot become a seed. You can see it without value, but sir, there is data in this seed. Everything is programmed. What will be the color of the leaves of the tree to be made from it? What will be the size of its stem? What fruit will grow from it? What will be the timing of the fruit ripening? Every single data is this hard disk, this seed. And sir, have you ever cut a watermelon? How many seeds come out of it? Have you eaten guava in winter? How many seeds come out? There is a data of crores of guava in each seed. Obviously, if you plant one seed, another tree will come out. With that, hundreds of thousands of guava will be planted. Not once, you will break it, and in the next season, you will plant it again. How did it come out? From one seed. And that one seed is among those thousands of seeds that come out of a guava. A guava is an unbelievable thing. I believe that when I cut a watermelon, I get worried about where all the seeds are adjusted in the seed. And the watermelon you are cutting millions of watermelons. Because there is a watermelon in every seed. And how many seeds will be there in the watermelon that will come out of that seed? And if you plant those seeds, how many watermelons will come out of that? And now, there must be a fool who says that this is happening automatically. If someone says that this is happening automatically, then you do it and tell. We tell you to make seeds. You make seeds and tell. You give a simpler question than this. You cannot make seeds. We give you an egg by breaking it. You make a guava from it and tell. You cannot tell us to make an egg. You know that. All the creatures of the earth and the sky cannot make an egg together. And if you tell me that a person knows that a guava comes out of an egg, even if you hang upside down in front of him, he will not be ready to believe. How can a guava come out of this? It has a whole system. It has a whole aerofoil structure of its wings. It has a whole system of eating and drinking. It has a whole life. It is made of this silky substance. Who can make it inside? No one is ready to believe. That is why I say that whatever is happening in this universe is a miracle. Whatever is happening. But we are used to a few miracles, that is why we do not find miracles. Sir, a bigger miracle than the resurrection of a dead person is the coming out of an egg. When a dead person comes back to life, people will say that this is a big miracle because we are not used to it. But a bigger miracle than this is the coming out of an egg. There is no such thing inside it. Who is going to take it out? And sir, this is not just one egg. There are many eggs. Eggs of chickens, eggs of birds, eggs of pigeons, eggs of parrots. This is an infinite number. Even the birds that are coming out of you, all of them come out of eggs. This dragonfly, which I often mention, on which they have made a helicopter of stars, which has 4 wings, which we call helicopter in Punjabi. Sir, this is the size of an egg, which is coming out of a ball point. And it has 25,000 eyes in one of its shells. And you can see how small its eyes were. And it locates all the coordinates. Your helicopters and planes need space to land. And what Allah has made, have you ever seen a bird? It has to find a place to land, it has to clean a place. It can land from wherever it wants. And we have to put fuel in our planes, sir. You don't have to put fuel in the bird. It takes its own fuel. And these days it is winter. Do you know that birds have come from Siberia? It has traveled 10,000 kilometers. How much, sir? If you fill a tank in a Boeing 747, it also flies 8,000 kilometers. With engines. And this delicate bird, which you have heard of the wings of a dragonfly. You can see how small a bird is if you spread its wings. And it is the power of those wings. It flies very delicately. He can fly 10,000 kilometers without eating or drinking. Yes, there is no stage. And he can fly from the sea, where he can't even land. And he has so much confidence in Allah that he can reach here without eating or drinking. And in the condition of sleep, as we say in Punjabi, he is awake and he flies and his wings keep moving. He fulfills his sleep in the air. He travels 10,000 kilometers and comes here. And because it is very cold there, Allah has taught him that it is very cold, so let's go to the subcontinent. Then our hunters here hunt, most of them survive. Then when the weather is good, they go back to Rishke. Sir, I am talking about only one species. There are butterflies, that too in the number of millions. If you see the program of National Geographic on YouTube, it is called Mega Migrations. The big migrations of animals from village to village. The elephant that you can see straight. It only hits the ground with its feet. It communicates 40 kilometers away with the other elephant. Sir, I am here, 40 kilometers without a mobile phone. And this is the eagle, from many kilometers, it can see an insect on the ground. And it hunts, Allah has taught it. Then if we go to the fish, the man gets worried. Allah has given them all the things in a meat stick. There are no indicators in the sea that this is east, this is west, north, south. There is a compass in their mind. Where do these fish go? How far do they go? Where do they travel in the sea? They reach the opposite direction. Allah says, the dates mentioned are the sustenance for my people. And through this water, we revive the dead land. We will also take you out in the same way. The question that was asked, when we die and become soil and become sand. This is a distant thing, we will be alive. Allah said all these arguments. And Allah is doing such great things. And He is growing plants through water from the dead land. He will also grow you from the ground in the same way. How will Allah do this tension? Is there a problem for Allah? Allah is doing more difficult things than this, what you are seeing. You are seeing, right? Allah is already doing something more difficult than this, which you are seeing. We are seeing, aren't we? We don't see that the plants grow from the ground because of the rains. We are seeing, aren't we? Even if you don't see, our life is the proof of this. If the crops stop growing today, everyone will be dead. So this is a continuous process. Everyone knows that this is happening. And Allah has taken our livelihood. Ibad, this is the livelihood that we are growing for our people. Now, the day of judgment is also in this. When sick people go to the doctor says, Doctor, you ate so much rice, you will fall sick. Now, rice is forbidden. So the wise doctors say, Sir, the medicine is also so much. A small pill can cure a person, and a small pill of poison can kill a person. So, this much rice is too much. So, rice is a risk, but if our body doesn't respond to it, then it becomes a disease for us. So, all the things we eat and drink on this earth, if they are not compatible, the word compatibility is used in English for this, with our body. So, sir, this is just one drop. This mango that you are sucking, one drop of mango can kill a person if it is not compatible with our body. One drop is enough to kill. One drop is enough to kill. So, after eating rice, the day of judgment is certain, that we have not just grown these things, but have made them compatible with humans, that if we eat them, we will destroy their bodies. You see, a person eats meat, sir, he eats vegetables, how do they get destroyed? If they are not destroyed, if you put it on your tongue, a person can die. You just put fresh vegetables in front of a lion, sir, after growing them, the lion will not even smell them. Why? Because he knows that he is not at risk. And if you put a goat in front of a lion, the lion will not even eat the best meat, the goat will say, I don't eat it. I don't want to be a victim of the meat of a dead person. You put a fish in front of a lion, you put a fat meat in front of a lion, will the goat eat it? So, see, it is compatible. And then, the milk that Allah has made, in Surah An-Nahl, Allah says, that from the blood and the dust of the flesh, we give you milk. Sir, you don't know the importance of milk. At this time, all the humanity that is alive is on milk. If milk is finished, then the children cannot grow up. You are eating bread now, you have been drinking milk since childhood. The humanity that has grown, has it been on what? On milk. If there is no milk, or if the cow stops giving milk, then where has humanity grown? The milk of the dry cattle is made from that. Have we become tired of making it for the first time? It is difficult to work for the first time, but it is easy to do it again. This is also mentioned in the Quran. Whoever has made it for the first time, has he become tired of making it for the first time? In fact, he is in doubt about being born again. Why is he in doubt? He wants to live his own life. Otherwise, in the universe, I have mentioned so many physical phenomena of nature that many people have not reached God. I often say, God is the only explanation of all the physical phenomena in this universe. God is the only explanation of all the physical phenomena in this universe. Science will not take us to a higher level. Science only does discovery. If they have discovered that there is a worm in an egg, and then another step has been decided that what are the chemical reactions in it. You can do as much as you want, but you will have to do one more step to make the egg. You cannot make the worm. That is why biology has said that living things can never be created out of non-living things. If you don't want to give an egg to a chicken, then you have to remove the worm from it. You cannot make an egg. Now, you can put the egg under the worm, or you can put it in a machine. You have to remove the worm from the egg by putting the chicken in the machine, but you cannot make an egg out of a chicken. You cannot make an egg. Living things can never be created out of non-living things. Only living things can be created. Science does a lot of discoveries. Ultimately, when we are asked, how is it happening? They say, it is a physical phenomenon of nature. You can only ask us, what and why? What happened? There was an earthquake. Why did it happen? How did it happen? Who designed it? They say it is a physical phenomenon of nature. It is God who decides what to do. So, all the factors in the universe have a divine source behind them. You can call it a supernatural agency, a supreme being, a supernatural authority, you can call it God, you can call it God, you can call it Allah. It is one and the same.